Hi, welcome back to Fake It to Make It, and hello if you're new, I'm Katie, and today you can see a little bit here, my Ellie Edwards December daily order came, and so I wanted to do an unboxing and flip through. I just opened it to see what this order was, and I haven't opened anything yet, so I'm really excited to go through all of the goodness in this box. So whether you are a junk journaler or a scrapbooker, if you know what December daily is or you don't, if you're a paper crafter or a planner, I think you will be interested in what is inside this box. So grab a drink, grab a snack. It's going to be a long one because we're going to go through all the things, and I'm really excited to get into this. So let me move this box and we'll get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the main kit. It came in this adorable Fa La La box. As you can see, I had it upside down, 2025. I think this is so cute that they put it in this box this year. If you don't know what December Daily is, so it is something that Ellie Edwards does. She is a memory keeper, scrapbooker, and December Daily is basically the idea of capturing those moments in December, whether they are, you know, the big things, right? Like Christmas Day, or sometimes maybe just the little things like having a hot cocoa and watching a Hallmark movie and just kind of documenting that through December. And so that's what this is all about. And so she has all these amazing paper products, scrapbook products, and I'm very excited to be doing this. I've done it the last 2 years. However, truth be told, I have not finished an album. I definitely have let life get in the way. So I'm really, really hoping this year to either complete an old December daily from last year and or to kind of go along this year. So we'll see how it goes. But either way, I'm very excited for the products within. So, whoa. Again, so cute. And I mean, this is a great box to keep things in, but also how cute would it be to use this in some capacity? You could punch out like little blocks, put it in a junk journal. It's so cute. So let me set this off to the side and we'll get into it. So first in the, again, this I believe is everything that came in the main kit. And I have a bunch of add-on stuff too. My box was pretty big. We have these gold glitter alphas, and they do have a little bit, like it looks like they sit up. I don't know if you can tell from this. Like it doesn't seem like they're completely flat, which I like because I love that you can give dimension to your project. So I think that is good. Sorry, I have my little iced peppermint mocha coffee to be in the spirit. Although I am wearing a Halloween sweatshirt. It's November 1st when I'm filming this. So even though part of me is, I'm done with Halloween. Like I'm ready for it to be Christmas, but you know, I still have the Halloween stuff out, and hopefully we can get it down this weekend. You have this cute felt December with stitching. I think this is so cute. Again, oh, here's the front side, to just add some dimension. I think too, this might be cute. Hold on. We're going to go a little out of order as I reach for something because I have a couple ideas. So this is the album I bought. Sorry, again, I know I'm going out of order, but I just had a thought. So I'm doing, what is this? The 10 by 8, I believe. So it's the bigger album. And if you can tell, it's white and green stripes. So it's not necessarily like overtly Christmassy. I feel like you could use this anytime. But when I saw this, I thought, oh, how cute would that be just to even glue that on the front? Right? Just to give it a little something. Would it fit on the side? Ooh, it might even fit. I don't think, no, you can't, my camera, but you could, I think it's not too wide that you could put it on the side too, but I do kind of love the idea of here. I have had some thoughts about doing like little ornaments that hang down or some kind of fabric thing to just give it a little more oomph. So anyway, this is the album I will be using, and her albums I do believe come with inserts. I don't know if they're in here or they're separate, but we'll get to that. Anyway, sorry, I was a little off track, but as soon as I saw that December you know how it is. If you guys are paper crafters or like once you start seeing things in person and feeling them, you start getting ideas. So thanks for bearing with me. These cute little journal cards. I'm a sucker. I wanted to be a college English professor and or a journalist when I was younger. I wrote for a very long time. I feel like I didn't quite have the confidence to do it, but I love words. I love the written word. And so I'm always drawn to cute little like ways to journal, to tell your story. And these are so cute. I love that it's like kind of like little cutouts of paper. And so you have some red, some green, and black. So that'll be really cute to add to my album. So very fun. I believe the main album, I can't remember how much this was, because I think the price may have gone up this year. I want to say between 55 and 65. And I just can't quite remember. Oh my gosh. And then all these, we'll just pull a couple out here because I feel like they're going to be hard to get back in. They're like these plastic, they're not vellum, but they're like that plastic star, and you have this pretty like mustard, gold, evergreen, and red, and they're just so cute. And there's different sizes. Oh yeah, there's a little, ooh, there is a little bitty one there, so you could layer them. They're so cute. So, and there's different colors and sizes in all the colors. I just didn't pull them all out because getting stuff like this back in the package sometimes is can be a little tricky. And I want to keep it all together and nice and get my December daily stuff organized for this year. You'll have to let me know, are you doing December daily? Are you doing some kind of December album? I mean, you don't necessarily have to do December daily. I don't know that that's how I will do it. Really for me, it's just documenting December. So, and then I love these little chipboard numbers. This is perfect for numbering stories. You, again, if you kind of are doing some kind of December memory keeping, but maybe not December daily, this would be so fun to use on an advent calendar, wouldn't it? And these could be like the little numbers. You could like do little doors and have this attached to one side, and then it could open and you could have like a little treat or photo or something in there. So these are so fun. And again, I love that with items like this, like even the stars, they're not, I mean, they're Christmassy colors, but you could use them, like the red you could use for 4th of July. So there's multiple other ways to use these items, like these numbers. Yes, they're red, but you could use them, you know, in another project. So I really love like that there's a multi-purpose with some things. These are some cute little, like tags with some different phrases. So it says December stuff, festive story, making my own merry, love this photo, around the house, just this, December stuff, festive story, just this, around the house. So you get all those and you get them in red, black, and green, which I like because some of those too are not necessarily December specific. And the other thing too, because this is, like I said, this is the 3rd year I've bought her kit. Her colors, like the themes from last year, yes, they change a little, but like there's like the main colors. Like you'll find these colors in her previous kit, so you definitely can mix and match. So if you're like, oh, I would never use all that, well, then you just have some for next year. So which is kind of nice. Let's see here. And so we just have a lot of ephemera with different sayings. I love the Bah Humbug because let's be honest, like as much as I love Christmas and the holiday season, there's some things that, you know, can get you a little Bah Humbug. A couple years ago, I ended up getting COVID right before Christmas, and it meant my daughter got it too, and she ended up having to miss a family party because she was still like within that range that she shouldn't be around people. And it just, yeah. And it was hard trying to get ready for Christmas when I was confined to bed. So, and quite sick. So that would have been definitely a bah humbug moment for sure. So I feel like we all have those, or whether it's like traffic or, you know, too many people shopping, like there's bah humbug moments. So I think that that's kind of fun, you know, to showcase if you have a bah humbug moment. So I thought that was cute that she included that, and she has, I think, in years past in different ways. So I think that's kind of fun. Put this back in here. Thank you for bearing with me. I don't really have I'm filming this in my room, and all my December daily is in my office downstairs, and I'm trying to keep this kit separate for now. I don't know, I may add it to my organized setup down there. Let's see. Oh, also these little frames came with the main kit, which are really cute. They're different sizes and shapes. You can see that one circle, so that'll be fun to create some cute little things in my I almost said my planner, in my album. Like you could do a wreath on top with a picture. So there's a lot of, you could do vellum and have it like open. So a lot of fun things to do with those little windows or frames. So you could turn it into a window. You could already see where my brain was going. How cute would that be? Like a sheet of vellum that made it look like a window, right? With like the cross. You could even hang one of these little wreaths on there. Wouldn't that be cute? Kind of hanging down if it looked like a window and you had like that would be super cute with a picture behind it. Very cute. But then we get these kind of, it's almost like a thick vellum is what it feels like. So pretty. We get several of these and they're different sizes. So I love that. Like this is a little bit smaller than this one. So you get several of these wreaths, and I think it's just like a great way to, you can put a picture or do like a little peekaboo moment, or just add like a little texture or another layer, because those are always like my favorites when there's like multiple textures and layers. I think it just pulls everything together and elevates it and makes it just a little nicer. We have some cute little tags. So we have a tree, some stars, 25 holly, jolly, and joy. You could definitely stamp on these. You could paint them. You could use them as a stencil. Sorry, I could not think of that name. You could use them as a stencil. So I think those will be really cute. And I love adding like little tags to things again, because it just adds like another layer and adds some dimension, which I think makes it extra cute. Oh, this, I don't know why. Again, I think it's because I love the written word so much. I thought this was so adorable. They're like little mini notepads, and so you have them in a couple shades of green. This is like a vellum feeling envelope, and then you get like this. It's like a card stock, like feels like an index card. But I love that it is kind of like note paper or like a book. You know what I'm trying to say. But so cute. How cute will that be on a page with a little story? You could even, what I would maybe even do with this that might be cute is you could do a picture on the back, and you could turn it around so you see a picture, or you could do a picture here and stamp something here and then have the story on the back, or you could leave it as is and have the story on the front and put nothing on the back, or you could put a picture on the back. So again, I'm super excited for these. When I had so many ideas when I saw this, I'm very excited. The other thing I was thinking about doing, because there are 4 of us in my family, so it's my husband, myself, and I have 2 adult children, young adult children, is maybe taking a photo of each of us this year, putting it on the back, and then either having each person write something, maybe like a memory from this year or like a wish list, something like that. I think that would be kind of fun, as maybe like a little intro page. So I just have to rope my family into participating in my crafting. But I thought that would be such a cute idea. So, and then we have some black kind of puffy numbers. So cute. Always comes in handy. We have some of these. I don't know if they're going to be vellum or more like that acetate. They're more of that acetate, which is nice. And these cute little presents. I think she's done something similar before. I just love the gifts, and they're all different colors. So cute. I think it would be fun too if you're a sewer. I don't know if you follow Allie, but I feel like a lot of people do stitching in their December daily. I don't have a sewing machine. However, my mom is a sewer, and she has like 2 extra machines, she said, because I was talking to her about it, like wanting her opinion. She's like, oh, I'll just give you one. Even better. But how fun would it be if you created a border of presents and kind of stitch them together like onto a longer piece of paper in that 10x8 album? Oh, that would be really cute. So just one of my ideas. I thought that would be kind of cute. So again, I'm super excited to use this kit this year. So many ideas. So many ideas, so little time. If only life were like a Hallmark movie where even though everyone says they're so busy and there's a big project and they're going to have to work through Christmas, but yet they manage to still do all the Christmas things and Christmas market and volunteer and get their shopping done and bake cookies and decorate their house to the nines. You ever notice that? If only. If only. If only life were like a Hallmark movie. Anyway. And then we have these cute little flags. So we have like fa la la, peace and joy, be jolly. And again, look at all these different colors. And that's what I like. Like you get, like there's dark green, there's some pink, there's black. And some of them are not necessarily, like this just says celebrating. So not necessarily Christmas themed. The magic of the season. Obviously a lot of them are, but there are some like twinkle. Is not necessarily, but very cute. And again, the colorway, she's very good about like the colorway going throughout all the products. And again, like repeating, you know, year after year. And she adds new elements, but I feel like at the core, you definitely have a little leaf stem or something there. You get that. And then we have this cute washi. Oh my gosh, so cute. This says fa la 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 and just repeats over and over in black script. And then I love this pink, white, and red kind of striped look. Oh, so cute. We also have some cards. Let's go ahead and open these up. My handy dandy travel scissors is what I have here. So that's what we're using today. Open all the goods. Okay. And so I love these little journal cards. So part 1, part 2. Ooh, everything's that pretty wreath. And then you could even do, again, I know this is supposed to be an unboxing. You're like, just show us the goods. Like you could even do one of those over that. That would be cute. I love this. This would be just like a good filler. 'Twas the night before Christmas. So love that. And it kind of tells the story there. Santa says around the tree. And again, you could put a picture on the back. So jingle all the way and peace and joy. That one is a little imperfect, but that is okay. And then we have these, which are the 4x6 cards. I don't know what the measurement. Let me grab my ruler. Hold on. I'm sorry. I should have done this to begin with. Let us see. So these appear square. So it looks like I think this is a 4x4. Yeah, 4x4. So those are 4x4 cards. So set my ruler where I can reach it. And then we have some 4x6. And these, which are going to be 4x2. Well, let me not assume, right? Let's check our, Oh no, 4x3, I think they're going to be. Yeah, 4x3. So these are 4x3 and then 4x6. So let's do the 4x3. Oops. First. And we have December memories, December memories, December memories, December memories. Again, this would be fun, I think, because I have 4 people in my family. I think that this might be a fun way to reflect on December. So maybe this is something like we would do on like New Year's Eve or the 30th, you know, somewhere in there after the holidays, and just have everybody kind of write down like maybe a few of their favorite memories. And I think that would be a really fun way to look back on the year. That is kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to use those for, to finish this year's Noel, those stars. And these are plain on the back. So again, you could put a photo on the back and find the joy. And then we have fa la 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 la. And again, these are blank. These would be perfect like if you have like a family recipe maybe you want to remember, or you could add like a photo, journaling, stamping. Again, you get several of these. So say you have more than, maybe you have more than 4 people in your family. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of these. So, you know, my ideas with the other, you could use these instead. You could even do like a little photo and a blurb. So really fun. I love the repeating pattern with the different colorways. So I'm excited about that. And then last, for what's in the main kit box, there's a lot more, don't worry, is the paper, which is always one of my favorite things. The paper pack. So let me scooch that up there. Hold on, actually, make sure let me just move this stuff into the box so I make sure I have enough room. There we go. There we are. Okay. So, and this is one-sided. So again, I could add attachers. I could put this in a page protector and put in the album. You can cut it up in different ways. You could put photos on the back. So very versatile. So we have the red with the trees. This kind of looks like not burlap, like a linen. It kind of has like a texture behind, like in the paper. I mean, it's smooth, but do you know what I mean? Like it looks like linen with stars. So pretty. These stripes, and again, like these colors, we see these colors year after year, which is kind of fun. So this, if you don't use it this year, or you want, you know, maybe you're like me and you haven't finished your album last year, that you can definitely use these things. We have some swans with the gold foiling. So pretty. This, oh my gosh, if I could have this in wrapping paper with red or green bows or gold even, gorgeous, right? I love the fa la la. So pretty. This I feel like would make such a fun first page, especially I could see like cutting this out or putting like 2025 here, and that could be like almost your first page in your album, putting a picture behind it. So many different things you could do with that. This says Happy Christmas, which I love. I feel like that's very English. My grandma was from England, actually, so I feel like nostalgic for that, because I feel like mostly here you see Merry Christmas, but I love, oh, Happy Christmas. So very cute. This green with these pretty pink and red bows. This plaid. I love a good plaid. And then this shape, I know she had some stamps that were this shape, and we see this repeating shape through some of her things. So this is cute. You could cut these out individually and have tags. You could, you know, if you're tech savvy, you could use like a Cricut or Silhouette to cut out pictures or different things to kind of place here. So a lot of things to do with this. And then, oh my gosh. Again, this is wrapping paper, or honestly, even wallpaper. Isn't that stunning? Like, I think that is so pretty. I feel like I'm going to hoard this sheet. You know, sometimes some things are almost too pretty to use, and then this is like a fun little starburst design. So, and it's like nice, thick, good cardstock. So I love that. So that is the main kit. I'm just going to put that somewhat nicely in there to keep it from wrecking. But I do love that it comes in this nice little kind of keepsake box. So very cool. Okay. Next, you guys already saw this, but the only thing is I want to know if the sheets come in here or separate, because I'm almost positive I bought albums from her before that it comes with the inserts. So let's rip her open here. So pretty, nice and smooth. You have the gold plate here that you can put the year in. Okay, and so I believe I see some inserts in my box, so I will share those. And so you do have the 6-ring design, and I'm just going to leave that nice like that because I want to keep this nice and intact. So that is my album I plan to use for this year. I have some inserts. Let me see. Okay, I think this is the one. I think I bought extra, and I cannot remember now. This may have come with it, and then I think I bought extra. So this is a 20 pack. Again, I don't know because it wasn't in the album, but you get 5 full sheet, 5 of the, I think that's 3x8, and then the multi kind of pack you can see there. So 20 of those. I also grabbed some extra page protectors. I grabbed a 10 pack of those because I have a couple 10x8 albums. This isn't all for December Daily, but these I believe were on sale. Excuse me. And then I got these little 3x2 grids because I thought this would be fun. Because we do a lot of family stuff. I have a lot of photos, and so I thought this would be a fun way to show like some more family photos that maybe weren't like the main focus of my story. So I wanted to grab some of those to add in. And while it isn't a full page, again, this is what I was talking about, stitching or using washi, or you could just leave it as is, right? And have a couple pictures here also peek through, or put like some of those cards here with some words or a story, or stitch along here and do presents. And maybe this is, you know, all my cousin's kids and all the kids opening their gifts. So I have some ideas for that. So I bought some extra page protectors. Okay, and then I also bought some extra papers because why? Because I am a paper hoarder. It is a problem. It is a real issue. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I love paper. Okay. So this is so cute. In this season, I feel like you could leave it like this. You could cut these up individually. And again, if you wanted to do something like with everyone in the family, you have 9 cards here. So I think for most people, this would be enough to do like yourself and your kids. Or if you wanted to fill in a little blurb and even do like a picture on the back. I don't know why I'm kind of obsessed with that idea. And so, yeah. Again, or leaving it like this, or even you could break it up, you know, cutting it this way, and you could have like three of three anyway. So, and they're blank on the back. And then it says, so you have room up here to either write a story or maybe do some stamping, which I think is kind of fun, or embellishing around here. And it just says around here. Over and over. So I think that that's kind of fun. Again, you could cut this in half. You could, you know, you could slice and dice this, do a little surgery if needed. This is fun. So 1 through 5, I think this would be fun maybe on a day if you are truly doing like the December Daily and maybe there's not really anything like you're not doing anything special. You could come up with something, you know, like your 5 favorite Christmas songs, or your 5 favorite Christmas movies, or 5 favorite moments. There's so many ways that you could use this sheet. So I think that's cute. Dear Santa. I love this. So darn cute. You know, you could have your kids fill it out. You could fill it out. You could have each of, like if your child hand writes a a list, you could scan it into a printer, shrink it down, and you could post it on here, which I think would be fun. And then like in the, maybe do a pocket on the back and actually put the written letter. So I have lots of ideas for this stuff this year, as you can tell. So I'm very excited. A little wreath. Again, you could cut this out. And like I said, the repeating shape, again, you could cut it out. If you're a little more tech savvy than me, you could have a Cricut, cut out a picture. I'm really excited. These snow globes, so cute. I don't know that this will stay this way. It might. I may cut them out individually, or again, you could cut it this way. You could cut it this way. So many options. And then this is kind of fun, is a table of contents. So if you have 25 stories, you could just literally either type, stamp, write, use a label maker, whatever your little heart desires. And it's kind of like a nice and easy ready-made table of contents. So I think that's kind of fun as well. So love that paper pack. Very fun and cute. I really would just love, I just kind of want to dig into it, you know? It's like when you were little and you'd get a new toy, you just wanted to like rip it open right in the car on the way home, and your mom would be like, no, you have to wait until you get home. You don't want to lose the pieces. That's how I feel about this. Like, I don't have time this weekend to play with this stuff, and I want to so bad, but I'm getting ready to go to Chicago Planner Conference, and so alas, there is not time to play. But that's okay. I at least get to kind of go through it, because we ordered this stuff. I think it opens in late August or early September, and it's November 1st. So, you know, I've already like forgotten what some of this is. This is so cute. I love this page. My kids are older, but if we were seeing Santa, I feel like this would be cute to even partially cut like maybe this to make it a door, and to put like my kid's picture with Santa behind it, or even do multiple, like maybe you have one of them together, you have one of each of them, and just they could be little doors. I think that would be cute. So cute. So, or you could cut them and have individual things. So adorable. We have this kind of black and white starburst. Again, this isn't necessarily like scream Christmas. This would be great like if you wanted to do like a spread for New Year's Eve too, or a Christmas, but I'm just saying like some of them you can definitely use without. I love this old kind of timey page. So cute. This would be fun too. You could almost do like a booklet style and have like a photo or journaling here, maybe some stamping on the outside, or you could cut it in half. So many things. These cute like holly berries. Again, we're seeing this the shape repeated again, but this time it has the lines like paper. So cute. We have a pretty plaid. This kind of asterisk, I love. I don't know why I'm a sucker for like doodle shapes. Merry and Bright, I love this with like this pretty kind of taupey background, and then just the white letters. This candy cane stripe, pretty. Oh, wreaths. I love anything with a circle, because I feel like this gives you so many options to like cut out and do like little peekaboos, do journaling, do like a little label maker. So cute. This is Fa La La on a like beigey background. So pretty. Then we have a mustard with some gold foil bows. An early start to Christmas is the secret to a longer season of happiness. I love that, because again, like to me, like November 1, it's Christmas time. I don't host Thanksgiving, so I'm like down with the fall and Halloween, which I love. I love fall and Halloween, but by now I'm ready. I'm ready for Christmas. So Holly Jolly, that is a fun page. Oh, I love this. I love stars, and I love that these have like all the colors. So cute. Ooh, and then we get green and white Christmas tree. It's pretty, because remember the other, I think it was the other pack. I don't even remember now. I had the red and white. I think it was the other pack. This, again, this I feel like is not necessarily scream Christmas. I feel like you could use this anytime, but also this is a wallpaper. This would be stunning. I don't know what it is with the wallpaper. This is cute. You know what this reminds me of? If you go to like a curtain, like a theater curtain. So if like I were going to a show, I might use this. If I was going to see like some kind of like play or show or concert, or if like my kids used to be an orchestra, I feel like I would use this. I don't know why. I see like that big like red theatrical curtain. That's just my brain. I love this little more modern checkered pattern. So fun. And then Merry and Bright in this pretty evergreen. And then Be Merry with all the colors. So cute. And then this is very subdued. It's like a very pale gray and it has white stars. So very, very subdued. And again, it doesn't necessarily scream Christmas, so you could use it another time. This just has a lot of like Christmas words. So, giving, December, together, traditions, joy, good cheer, twinkle, Noel. And it just kind of repeats, and it's in, oh, I can't tell if this is black. I think it's black. First, I thought it was a dark green, but I think it's black. This is so cute. I love pink and red. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's so cute. And then it has, again, the like paper-esque thing. So you could punch these out. You could use them as a whole. You could cover and put some pictures in. So many options. And then this is kind of fun too. Just like a piece of what looks like paper, and it says 25 at the top. So I think that's really fun. You could list out like different events, you know, maybe if you do a lot of things for Christmas, or you have a lot of celebrations or shows, or, you know, markets, things like that. That would be a fun way, or just even to write a letter. Very cute. Next, we have some, I believe these are vellum and acetate, or maybe just acetate. We will find out together. Oh yeah, some vellum. I was gonna say, I thought it was both, and it is. This is a vellum sheet, so pretty. So you can see, like, let me find something for it to, well, this is also vellum, but you could, excuse me, put it over that. You could put it like beneath that one. How cute. And maybe do like December 2025 or photos. So these are both vellum. So you have the Christmas trees, you have these beautiful wreaths. Just trying to feel what else is vellum in here. This is also a vellum. Oh, I'm obsessed with, I just think this is so stunning. The colors, it feels like the paint, like how it's painted, like you can see the texture of it. Stunning. What other ones are vellum in here? This is also a vellum, the Fa La La, which you already know that I love, the black. How pretty would this be with like something red just popping off that page? I think it would be so cute. And then we have these kind of like this dark burgundy and then Christmas red vellum sheet as well. And they're nice thick vellums. They're not like super thin. So we have those vellums, and then the rest of these are acetate sheets. So Merry and Bright, so cute. That would be pretty with like a picture maybe of like some decor behind it, or a Christmas tree. I think would be really pretty, kind of peeking out from there. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. Apparently, I usually don't eat breakfast. I have a protein shake. Apparently it's lunchtime because my stomach is grumbly. 2025 December daily. And you could cut this, any of these. But you could cut this into multiple. You don't have to leave it large. This same thing with this plaid, and you can layer them. That plaid. I love this white star. And then Peace and Joy. And I don't know why, like I kind of like those two layered. I think because they're so simple. How cute would this be with like maybe the first snow, and you have a picture maybe of like your yard or your street behind this, just like a big picture kind of blown out bokeh style. And so you just have like a white kind of landscape. If you live somewhere that snows, I think that would be so pretty. So I may do that with this. I'm just going to tuck these vellum in between. That way they stay a little protected. So that was that add-on kit. Okay, next we have this add-on, which were some like large kind of die cut divider situation. Love these. We have 2025. So pretty. This fun little star with these little like asterisks on there. Oh, sorry. I think you can hear my chair kind of rubbing against the leg of my desk. These, again, this would be so fun to do pictures with a little bit of journaling. So cute. Oh my gosh, I love this Christmas tree. That would be fun too, to do a photo of your Christmas tree on the back. Wouldn't that be cute? We have that same kind of little shape again. And then this says 1 through 10. And it's lined almost like a sheet of paper, and it's kind of like that creamy ivory color. I love that this looks like a flag. So fun. So you get 6 little bars, so that I think that's so cute. So many different ways you could use this. Memories, songs, your favorite gifts, your favorite moments. So many different ways. This tag, who doesn't love a giant tag? Isn't that cute? And it's lined, so again, lots more room for journaling. We have this pretty frame that you could put a picture behind. So cute. And this would also be cute to take, maybe cut some acetate or use some of the vellum even if you wanted to cut it down. I think that would be really cute. And then we have another spot for journaling or adding a photo. Again, if you have a Cricut or silhouette, you could probably cut something exactly that shape. I am not that tech savvy. I wish that I was, but alas, I am not. So, but if you are, you definitely could use it that way. So cute. I'm excited to add some of these little embellishments into my album this year, because I think it'll be really cute. I just need to put this away. Who else is ready for Christmas? I want to know below, when do you decorate for Christmas? Are you not until December? Are you November 1? Like you start, like I think I used to, a lot of times we would decorate Thanksgiving weekend. Because when the kids were younger, just because I usually had a long weekend that weekend, so it was a little bit easier. But now, like, I'm telling you, today is November 1st, and that is what I want to do. This was an add-on, so a lot of times she will have things on sale towards the end. It's usually like the last week of September before the boxing period ends, and this was one of those items. I believe it was on sale, and she had her paint. Her acrylic paint. So it's red, green, black, white, and a gold paint. And so I picked this paint pack up. They're just like little tubs of paint. And I thought that would be nice because I do have, from previous years, I have like some stencils and things. So I just think it would be fun. Allie, one thing I like, she uses like a lot of paint and mixed media. And I always am very drawn to that. So I picked that up. Plus it was on sale. Girl math. You know, this was another item that I added on. It was on sale for just a few dollars, I think. I think it was under $7. It's just a little 3x8 album. It was gray. And I just thought this would be fun to use like in another memory keeping project. So I got this. Don't worry though, there's a lot more Christmas to come. I'm just pulling things out as they're in the box. Again, like I mentioned, you have the opportunity to do some add-ons. So I won't pull all this apart because this is mostly December daily, but I did add these little tabbed, loved, celebrate, listening. Again, these were really inexpensive. I don't remember how much. Also some of this ephemera, it says, I think, what does that say? Oh, good things take time. This says not good. There's a smiley face. And they're just these cute little wood veneer chips. So I added that on during the boxing period. And then some of these, which were from, you can see the day in the life. And these are wood veneer. And they just have different sayings, like highs and lows is that one. Let's see. I'll open this real quick. This will be easy enough to put back in. Let's see, around here, this and that, story of today. So just things that are like more like kind of everyday things. So again, she usually does that. She'll have some things you can add on because that way you just pay the one shipping fee for the whole box, and then it ships the beginning of September. And I don't know if I explained that. So usually she opens December Daily August or September, and you have the whole month of December to shop and add things on, and you kind of pay as you add things to the box. But the nice thing by having a month-long boxing period, anything you add in, you only pay shipping once. So that's really nice. And so then she'll sometimes like have other little things. So I had grabbed those. I also got these little stars. And again, I don't recall if these were part of a Christmas set or if this was like one of those things that was just on sale. I feel like it might have been on sale because while these colors, you can definitely see some overlap with the Christmas, they don't scream Christmas. And they're just little wood veneer stars. So I thought those were cute and had to grab those. I'll go through this. These are just some nice cardstock scallops in different colors. You can see there's red. It looks like a pale pink or white, some different shades of green, a pale blue, a gray, a black. And I thought this would be fun at the bottom of a page or to use like to frame out a picture or something. I just thought they were so cute. So I had to get those. I got some velvet ribbon. Again, I thought this was really pretty, and I may use it to help decorate the outside of my album or just to add like to a tag or something to give it some more texture. I think I love having stuff like that. I got these 4x6. I believe these are acetate and vellums, and then there's 4x6, and then what did I say? These were 4x3. So we have like This Is Joy, this pretty little street view, 'Tis the Season. We have that little snow globe, and then Happy Christmas. This vellum says, it's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Joni Mitchell. So pretty. I love that song too. It always gets me in the feels. If you don't know, go listen to it. Go listen to it. Again, that tag with the plaid. This is all vellum. That says Mary in the deep green with like that little bit of lighter green. Ho, ho, ho. This would be fun to have like a picture of Santa behind there. And then we have some cardstock. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I feel like this would be perfect to do like a family story. You could use it for 5 days. You could use each one for a different story. Your 5 favorite recipes, 5 favorite songs, 5 favorite gifts. Like there's so many things you could do with those. So love that. And then we have some acetate sheets. And so we have a 2025. We have a Santa. Kind of use that there so you guys can see it good, see it clearly. This, oh my gosh, this is so, I love this one. I love it's like such a deep dark green. It's almost black. Oh, stunning. These December moments have my heart. I love that with the scallop edge and then the red polka dot. Oh, chef's kiss. Love it. I think it's so, I loved this kit. And again, if you're not using a 10x8 album, you definitely can still, use these in other ways. And even the bigger packs of things, you can cut down. So I just thought those were so cute. I'm a sucker for all the paper things. Did I need all of this to complete an album? I did not, but it was so cute that I literally apparently could not help myself. So there's that. We have these round. Again, I love different shapes and textures. I think it just makes things fun. So you have a Santa, and these are like an acetate. So they're like that plasticky. So you have Santa, you have Mary, Joy, Story, this kind of Christmassy scene with the Christmas tree. Similar, but in the gold. That's so pretty. Fa la 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 la, and that. So these would be fun, I think, to add just a little different shape and texture. These, oh my gosh, I had to have these. These are so, I don't know why. I've always loved snow globes. And so when I saw that she had snow globe, like there's the snow globe paper, and then these, I knew I was going to be getting them. And these are acetate too. So, and you get 6. And so you get all these different colors. And these are actually 2 different colors. It might be hard to tell on camera. This is black and this is more like a very dark green, almost black. I think honestly, if this was by itself, I would think it's black. It's only when it's next to that. And then you have burgundy, pink, and red. So super cute. You could do like a little photo. If you know how to sew, you could stitch and make like a little snow globe with like some confetti or sequins in it. I think that would be fun. So I had to, obviously I had to get those. We have some cute little scallop tags, and I believe these are all green. And I think this was an add-on, and I don't know that this was even necessarily specifically Christmas, but I mean, you could use these as gift tags on gifts. I just love that it already has the hole. Again, you could add some velvet ribbon. You could put it in a pocket and have it pull out. I just thought this was so cute. And then I got these frames. I wasn't going to get these, and then I had an idea about doing almost like a gallery wall, but in my December daily. And so I was like, yeah, you do need these. Need being the operative word. But all different sizes, shapes. These are, feel like a little more thicker. Are those thicker than these? Oh, maybe not. But you have all different colors. All different sizes, so I thought that would be fun. And again, like, I don't necessarily think that a lot of these scream Christmas, so I was fine picking these up because I know I can use them in another project as well. So excited about that. We have these little acetate, I believe these are numbers if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I think you have 1 through 25, and they're just the acetate with the, there we are, with the white numbers. So I thought that would be nice to have, because I don't necessarily need to use the same thing on every page. I like to have a little variety, and again, these are not necessarily Christmas, so good for other projects. Open this. Oh my gosh, I thought this was so cute. It's like a photo, like a film strip. Again, I'm obsessed with photography and cameras, and you get black, you get that light kind of CG green, you get an evergreen, the gold, the red, and a pink frame. You could do little stories, you could do little photos behind here. And again, this does not necessarily scream Christmas, so I kind of felt like, okay, even if I don't use them all for Christmas, I thought this was good to add to my stash. And then these 3x8 sheets. And a lot of times what I see a lot of other people doing, like in the 10x8 album, they'll maybe do like a 4x6 page and then stitch this or secure this somehow to the end of that to like elongate it. And it just is really fun. Like if you had a page of pictures and then you have 2025 there. So I thought that was kind of fun. And so I grabbed some of these. So we have some acetate. So 2025, we have that gorgeous Christmas tree. So pretty. So pretty. We have this kind of plaid. I don't know if you can see that. I feel like I need a white. Let me grab a white background here. Okay, here we go. Grab this, that way you guys can kind of see. So there's that. That's not going to show up really great, but this tree, so cute. This one, you know, the holly, so pretty. Here for the magic. Oh, that looked good with that, didn't it? I kind of thought that was one at first with the green behind it. That's really cute. And then the green. We have this that's fa la 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 la, and this is like that yellowy kind of goldy mustard color. May you never be too grown up to search the skies on Christmas Eve. Amy Newmark. Cute. Like that would also, as I'm seeing this Santa here, that would be really cute together, isn't it? Oh, I think that's really cute. Okay, sorry. This fun little, oh, it's so pretty, like this watercolor cityscape. This would be fun too if you did like a trip to the city, or maybe you did like a shopping event. You had like a nice lawn picture to put behind it. I think that would be pretty. You have, of course, again, this shape that we see repeating. And then we have Happy Christmas. And then we have some cardstock pieces. Get that out of the way there. And these are labeled 1 through 3 with gold foil. So again, you could leave it as is. So like for me, if I wanted to do something for each of us, I could have each of us write like, you know, top 3 of something, right? Or you could cut them up and divvy them up. And then we have some shapes, the kind of, it's almost like an ivory with a white and black. Then you have the pink and red. You have the couple shades of green. So you get several of those. This is kind of like an old parchment looking. Cute. This December story. Oh, and I like this. It almost looks like it was stamped at the top. And we have this theme in the circle acetate, if you remember. So really cute. Fa la la. Love that. This has like the gold asterisks, and it's kind of that foiled. You get that pretty effect there. And then you could either do a picture or some journaling at the bottom, which I think is fun. Merry and bright with the wreath, and again the gold foiling, a cute little bow. Hello December, some bows, and then these say merry and bright, and you get it in this like deep dark green, in the red, and then in the kind of lighter green shade. And then you get 2 of the 1, 2, 3, and it looks like it's stamped, and you get that in red and green, and these are blank on the back. And then we have this last one. Oh, so pretty. I love, there's something about green and gold that is just chef's kiss to me. I love it. Christmas is not a time nor a season, but a state of mind. To cherish peace and goodwill, to be plenteous and mercy, is to have the real spirit of Christmas. Calvin Coolidge. So very nice little set of acetate and cardstock there. And I got, oh, remember how I talked about the paint? These stencils were, I think, from last year or the year before. So this was part of items that were for sale. So you can kind of roll paint. It's like a very fine mesh. And this is actually a sticker. Yeah, like it peels. Is it a sticker? You can kind of see there what I'm talking about. So you can just kind of, so I like roll or paint over it. So there's a wreath. Oh, what fun. A very Merry Christmas. These little Christmas trees. And I love these because you can create different patterns. So I'm not going to lie, these right here are what sold me on this. And again, I believe it was on sale. I just love the idea of a repeating pattern, or of making your own card, or even the cards are blank on the back. So maybe on one of those cards, one of the cardstock options, you could do this. I think I got cut off there for a minute. My alarm was going off for some reason, but I like the idea then that when you flip it, you could have something on the back. So this would be perfect to do on the back of those little cardstock images. So cute. So I did add those later on to my cart because apparently I was in a YOLO. I was ready for Christmas in September, apparently. I did get this little Christmas tree die. This was from last year. This is something else that was on sale because I purchased her Christmas tree stamps last year and love them. And this was just a couple bucks. So I grabbed this little die cutter. And then last but not least are all these stamps I bought from this collection. So again, I love the idea of a repeating pattern, and I was kind of obsessed with these, and I thought it would be so cute, to do this maybe in black and then do something like bright red, or do green, or in green with red on top. I don't know, or even to emboss this in gold and do like a smaller photo. There's so many ideas with these. And so This is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This would be great if you're a card maker too. You could definitely use these to make cards. And then the Repeating Fa La La. I just obsessed. I needed that. These ampersands, again, these were not a Christmas specific item. I believe this was a special one of the days. It was on sale, I think, for like $5 or $6. And are you kidding? Like, this is so cute, not just for Christmas. So I grabbed the ampersands. This was part of this year's collection. Again, I love anything doodly or with stars, asterisks. I don't know why, I just do. And I don't think this is just for Christmas either. I mean, it was part of the Christmas collection, but I think this would be cute for like birthdays. You could use, I feel like these would be really fun to use on for like the 4th of July. Just so many different things. And so I had to nab those. This, I believe, was one of the sale items from a previous year and just has different like sentiments. So Merry Christmas, Around the Tree, December, this year, Peace on Earth, Make Merry, Bah Humbug, Find the Joy, Christmas is Here, Loving These Things, Family and Friends, In This Season, December, and Magical Moments. And so some of these are very Christmassy themed, but like Family and Friends, In This Season, it could just be In This Season of Life, Magical Moments, could be a trip. Find the Joy, this year, Loving These Things. Like those I don't feel like are Christmas specific. So I did also grab this because it was on sale. This was not on sale, but I was eyeballing it, and honestly, I added this to my box because she extended the boxing period, I believe, because there were some shipping delays. And so this was a kind of a happy birthday to me purchase. I was eyeballing these. I love how they look distressed. And so I had a little birthday money. And so I added these to my box as well. And again, not necessarily Christmas-y. I believe these are the, if you're curious, I think this is the Alpha 7, number 7. She has a ton of alphas and they're numbered. So I believe this was the number 7. So excited for that because, again, more than Christmas. And then this, last but not least, were these big words in Allie's handwriting. I just love that her handwriting isn't like perfect, that it is like thicker and thinner, and I just love her handwriting. And so I loved these big words: Christmas, Merry, Joy, December, Tradition, Story. What does that say? I don't know what that says. Happy? No. Oh, yes, happy. Oh, because they put it upside down to make it fit. I was like, that could be an H. And oh my word, it is happy. So again, some of these, like these bottom 3 words, Tradition, Happy, Story, definitely, and even Joy, I feel like are not necessarily Christmassy words. So you could definitely use these more than just Christmas. And I love, don't get me wrong, I love like seasonal stamps and things that are like very specific for this season or holiday or project, but I also love when you can get multiple uses. So like, yes, some of these are very like Christmas, December specific, but then you also have, again, like Tradition, Happy, Story that you could use throughout the year in your, junk journaling, memory keeping, scrapbooking journey. So, and then there's some quotes. I love Christmas. No, I really love Christmas. Just over here making my own kind of merry. So thankful for another Christmas together. These traditions have my heart. And then you get a couple little stars too. So super cute. Yeah, so that is it. That is it. I've done a lot of talking. My mouth is dry, but that is my ginormous, I went crazy December daily haul. So hopefully I will be making time to actually do that this season. I think I'm going to try and schedule some time like every Sunday to work on my junk journaling and December daily journey for the rest of the year, because I really want to do it. And you'll have to tell me down below if you're this way. As a working mom, I tend to put the things like that I want to do or always last, and then it doesn't happen. And I've just decided I'm in this season. My kids are older, and even if they weren't, everybody needs a hobby. And so I really am hoping to, give myself time to do this year. It's no one else. It's really me. So I'm very excited. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Are you doing any kind of December or Christmas documenting, whether it's a junk journal, more of a project like this where it's like a little more tailored, a scrapbook? Do you have a memory keeper? Let me know down below what you plan on using to document this year. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you made it this far. Leave a little Christmas tree, a little Santa, leave a little emoji, your little favorite Christmas emoji down in the comments. And just thank you so much. And I hope you guys are having a great week planning your best life. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.